Good morning, everybody. Today we are just going to run some trains. We're going to have some fun. Most of my equipment has left the premises for right now, so we are going to prep for our summer running of the steam locomotive. We're going to be showing you the inner workings of this and the Plymouth and how they work. And I think by the end of the video we're going to have things moved around enough. We're actually going to pull the steam locomotive out of the barn so we can get it cleaned up, get it greased, oiled, and painted for summer runnings. Let's just jump right into it. Let's have a good time. So we're gonna hop on this baby and take her for some hot laps, get some shots. This was built by Diz and Vicky Shimke out in Bow Hill, Washington. And he made this whole thing out there. The Bow Hill Railroad. So let's make a few hot laps on this. We'll show you the inner workings. We did some carb work on this. It didn't run for quite a while. It sat here for a couple of years. We had to clean the carb out. Maybe Cameron will throw some footage of that in here.
Start it. Maybe it'll. Well, let's see if it'll run. Beep.
New ignition switch, and she runs pretty good. So let's see how she. So this is really easy to run. All we have is a brake lever here. Once it's running, there's a forward and reverse lever. It's really that simple. Forward, reverse. Run this little speeder with one finger. Okay, so I thought it would be fun after seeing this thing run to maybe explain how these things work. Second grade level 101 speeder car inner workings. I try to sound intelligent, but it doesn't work very well. So this little baby just comes right off of here. Look at there. So hopefully you can see everything all right. Very simple. So this is just a little 2-cylinder Predator engine. We're not sponsored by Predator. This just happens to be what was put on this speeder. Typically these are called a Lovejoy coupler. I don't know exactly what this one is here, but it's just a coupler that couples this shaft to a little hydraulic pump. The hydraulic pump just circulates hydraulic fluid from this tank right here. It runs it through the pump and through this valve body. And then it runs through the valve body, and then it just runs back to the tank. Then what makes it move actually is instead of it just going right directly through that pump, this lever here bypasses some of the fluid from going through into a forward or a reverse position. There's a little spool in there, little piston that just a valve, if you want to call it, that transfers the hydraulic fluid from this line to this line or from this line to this line. And then once it does, there's a little hydraulic motor underneath here. It turns that hydraulic motor, which turns this chain, and this chain runs down to the axle, which drives the speeder. I mean, it's really very simple. Let's fire this thing up with this lid off, and we'll run it. So one thing that some of you might be wondering is, okay, so we blow a hydraulic hose, we have no control over the motor anymore. If we have control of the motor and we blow a chain, the hydraulics don't control the car. So what if we're on a 2% incline and we break a chain? We have no control over this car. So I think the design of most locomotives, all the brakes are on the wheels. I think for that reason. This is just my opinion, but if we blow a hydraulic hose, bust a chain, we still have control somewhat because we can apply the brakes, and the brakes are directly attached to the wheels. So we can still stop the wheels. So in an emergency, if we do break a chain or hydraulic hose, we can still stop the car. So I just had a little sidebar I'd share with you. Well, that's your second grade level 101. It's a beautiful morning here in Michigan, and I am definitely not a morning person. So that was simple, to the point. If you want to see more on this stuff, let us know. One question I do have for everybody. We are going to paint this to match our railroad colors. So our railroad colors are going to be orange and black, because the Plymouth is orange and Neo wanted to keep that color. The steam locomotive is black. So we obviously are not going to change that. So we combined the two, kind of going for the Rio Grande look. And we're going to repaint this car to match our railroad. The wife wanted orange with black detailing. So I'm just kind of curious on what everybody would think on the color. I'm leaning towards black with orange detailing because I believe it'll hide some of the imperfections and it won't be as noticeable. So I think black with orange detailing would look better, but let us know what you guys think. I'm pretty sure black with orange detailing is going to win, but hey, I can be overruled, I guess. Well, we're breaking out all the fun little toys, so we'll see if Cameron and I can make it around without having a heart attack. Okay. I feel like I'm too tall for this thing. do you think, Buckster? Huh? What do you think, Porter Potts? Round 2. We're getting our exercise today. Well, we broke out all the toys today. This is about the closest thing you're going to come to it for a railroad bicycle called a Velocipede. And these are the real deal too. This is not a homemade rigging. They actually made these. So yeah, check them out, look them up. We're going to get this thing oiled up, take it for a ride too. Wooden connecting rods, it's kind of cool. This is your brake. That's what that is. If you look under here, you can see it. Just a wooden block, rides on the wheel. That's gonna move, so we'll put some oil on that. Just for information, the first time I did it, I went the other way. And I did derail it. Because when that tire comes up, the buggy wants to go straight and it'll go right to the inside of the tracks. At least going this way, if you lift that tire by accident a little bit, centrifugal force is keeping you into that rail. So it's much safer to go this way than that way. On a tight track like this, on the big loop, I don't think it'll matter which way we go, but on this loop, you definitely want to go this way. So let's go for a hot lap, see what happens. Well, that's what you call a couple of goofballs out trying to have some fun.
Brakes on that side.
Well, we're gonna try swapping ends and do some pacing shots from the other direction. So I don't know how this is turning out for you guys, but it's hilarious on this end of the deal. I don't know if you can see Cameron over there. Oh. Well, if nothing else, we're having a good time. He's gonna break his neck over there.
Well, this is not faster, but it is a lot easier. Just careful, don't get your foot caught. Bonk. I didn't really think this through. It's all downhill through here. Railroad bench press. We're really innovating out here.
Light oil just seems to run off. Maybe I can just pour it in there without that. See how good of an aim I am. Whoop. I don't have to lubricate the generator anymore because we updated it to an alternator. Oil is good for today. This is the most important part of the locomotive right here. This is the most important part of the locomotive. Keeping a bell oiled up. Gotta have a bell. Well, let's see if the elevator will start up. Take much, just a little bit.
Just wanted to point out this glass real quick. It'll be really cool to get one of our own putting on the top here.
Hey everybody, just a quick interjection here while we watch a train run. For the newcomers here, this is not the full loop at our railroad. What you see now is just a small taste of what to expect later on down the line. We are currently constructing a mile-long layout that will run along the entirety of the property out here, and while we have made significant progress towards its completion, we're still a long ways off from finishing it. Rest assured though, there will be much more footage of our trains running and the construction of the main line further on. Also, I have a small announcement. The Discord server for the channel is now live, and we encourage you all to check it out. For our members, it is very important you use the same email associated with your YouTube account when you join, otherwise you won't get your member role in the Discord server. This is just another way for everyone to interact and for us to get to hang out with you guys outside of YouTube some more. Ultimately, we want to build a closer-knit community, and this will help us do just that. So, that's enough of me jabbering. Let's get back to the train running.
Throw it again when I get on the other We're getting to the end of this video, so we're gonna pull out a little surprise. We're gonna pull a Porter steam locomotive out, give you a little glimpse of our next operational video with the Porter. So let's get it pulled out. It is a little tight in here, but I'll show you kind of one neat thing. This building is temporary. So if you've been watching our other videos where we've been digging out for the horse barn, that's where we're going to put this. We built this in 6 pieces. And they're just bolted together. I don't know if you can see this right here. So this wall segment here will come down. Up on top, you can see the bolt. That roof piece is actually one of the wall segments. And then this here is another wall segment. And the top. So there's 6 walls here. 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and 2 on the roof. So when we take the roof off, these walls will actually go on the end of this, so it'll be 16 feet longer than it is now. And then we'll actually put trusses on here. We threw this up just to get the locomotive out of the weather for the winter. So once we get that cleared out up by the horse barn, we will pour some footings and move these walls up there, put some trusses on there. And this locomotive will no longer be in this temporary shed. It'll be up closer to the house, next to electric and water. So that'll be really nice. I think this is what you've all been waiting for. So have I. This is pretty exciting. So now we got to get all the handholds in, make sure everything's cleaned up. And then we'll go from there. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. A little fun on the farm today. We are going to do a full episode on this locomotive here in the near future. Thank you to all our members, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great day.